Hi, Kawaii creatives, shop gals, and guys out there. It's your host, Imani K. Brown, aka IP Kawaii, aka the head shop gal in charge, here with some more self improvement over entrepreneurship. Let's get it. Happy day. How is everyone? What's up, Kawaii creatives, shop gal gang? What it do? So look, this is episode 2, and I am sitting here painting my second batch of Shop Gal, the memoir books, for the what am I trying to say? English words, Imani. For the collector's editions. That's the word I'm looking for. Jesus Christ. Anyway, look, I came through because while I'm actually doing this, I'll be thinking a lot, and I've already started this morning, so I thought I'd share some thoughts with you about me hiding in plain sight. So let's talk about that in this episode. Thank you for hanging out. I am Imani, your host, the babbling chick, the head shop gal in charge. I am a tattoo artist and illustrator located in Washington, D.C. area. However, I travel and tattoo from D.C. to Japan with what I call the Moshi Moshi Tattoo Tour. We'll talk more about that later, but I just thought I'd introduce myself just in case you're new to this space. So, hiding in plain sight. Let me tell you, I put up a Facebook post every so often. I come in and I just kind of check in on myself. We're in the middle of this fashion challenge, J Fashion, Japanese street fashion challenge with my community, DC Kawaii style. And I've been dressing every day, and I've just been kind of like looking at what it makes me feel like, all that good stuff. Because what I did do is that since I've been working hard on my studio and I've opened my own space, I've also kind of let myself go. Like, I have my styles, I have things that I wear daily and all that good stuff, but I haven't really put a lot of care into just dressing for me. And that's one of my serious boundaries. That's one way I communicate with people is through J Fashion. So why haven't I done that? So with that, I was like, hey, I haven't had time to really just indulge, I guess, and I missed it. So I've been looking at what that feels like, what that looks like even, to indulge daily, and what my feelings are, what my moods change to, all that good stuff. So this morning I came in, I checked in on myself, and I was like, I'm going to write a post on Facebook, and I'm just going to write what I feel. So I'm going to share with you what I'm feeling in terms of hiding in plain sight and coming out of hiding. Oops. I also got a tad bit excited about painting, and I painted on myself. Oh well. So here's what I wrote. They say to be the change you want to see in the world, you have to create the world you want to be a part of. I'm blessed to be doing that from my studio. Like a lot of things in this life, much about tattoo aesthetic I didn't vibe with, but it was my stay, and for that I'd never complain. But now I gotta let little Imani grow up into the woman that she wants to be in this world. It's a lot of reparenting happening, reminding her that she does not have to be the hypocrisy of adulthood that she loathes so much, that she no longer has to hide, that the universe has put everything at our fingertips for our own growth and success. Our, meaning little and big Imani, because, we're the same person. It's just, my little ego, she a little bruised, she a little sad. Most of all, this space and all the bills in it remind her that she is safe. Her creative spirit is valid, and that she has shitloads of awesome to offer the world in varying hues of pink. It's here at Little Ink Play Shop that I'm truly finding myself, and I'm thankful. So those were my morning thoughts. So those were my morning thoughts. As you see, at the end of the day, or not as you see, and not at the end of the day, it's definitely the morning time. I don't know what I'm saying. It's definitely the morning time, and you definitely can't see because you're listening to a podcast. And if you can see, you're probably seeing images of me trolloping about Japan or or something of the sort. So we won't say as you can see, but you know what I mean. I'm a deep thinker in the morning. I like to think deeply. I like to spend time with myself. I like to avoid negative feels of just, not being able to function. A lot of times those feels come up and they are triggered when I haven't taken time to check in on myself to know that, certain cognitive things may not be, may not be an option today. So I try to avoid that by just making time to check in on myself. So that's what you've just experienced, is me checking in on myself. And having a talk with little Imani. She's pretty chill this morning. I check in on her like I check in on my cat. So just to see how she's doing. She deserves it. So there's that. So, and I say so a lot, just as much as I say, I guess. But hiding in plain sight and how I'll show up one day, I guess it brings me to that. And how I've used Kawaii Life to hide literally in plain sight. I've used that J Fashion specifically so that my portfolio could speak for itself. A lot of times, being the only girl in the shop, and I wear leggings, guys would respond in not so great ways that were annoying, but I get it because also I'm wearing leggings. But I get I want shorty with the fat ass to tattoo me and things like that. After a while, I got so tired of hearing that. And then, let me just be clear, it's not like it happened every day, but it did happen. And for it to happen, and when it did happen, it did annoy me. So what I did was I decided that since I was playing in Lolita at home, I won't say shy to wear it out the house, but I didn't like where my particular style in Lolita would have possibly been going, because I was trying to do it by the book. I wasn't really developing my own voice in the style or anything like that, and I was just looking like other girls that I saw online, and that wasn't fun for me. So I didn't wear Lolita out the house, but I got so fed up with responses like that and feeling devalued that I said, fuck it. And I started wearing Lolita to work. So I would be the girl who started tattooing in Lolita. And while there are some people who think that was absolutely lovely, it was simply me hiding in plain sight for my own self-preservation, for me to be able to go about my day, do my things, and still feel cute. Because don't get it twisted, even though I switched from wearing leggings, it doesn't mean that I switched into something that I didn't want to wear. I felt holy boss as shit in Lolita. And even more so because a lot of people weren't doing it. A lot of people wouldn't show up to work unless, you worked retail or something that was more acceptable for expressive fashion. And here I am, like, I'm just going to tattoo in this, guys. You good? You good? All right, good, because I'm tired of these boys. It attracted who it needed to attract, and it detracted who it needed to detract. And after a while, I was like, I'm onto something. So I started doing that all the time. Now, here's the kicker. Shout out to Mauve, my new PR team, and they're like sisters to me. But when they signed on as my agency. I signed on as a client, all that good stuff. Let me tell you, what was very interesting was that the first response was, I looked at your things, I was really excited and happy to see it, but nothing felt relatable to me. I don't know what relatable really is, but I understood. The feedback was that if you're not in kawaii culture, you don't really know what you're looking at. If it's not like a relatable fashion or anything like that, you don't really know what you're looking at. So you end up becoming more like a window shopper of, these things look cool, but I'm on the outside looking in, so I'll just keep it moving. I get that and I understand, because that's pretty much what I cultivated on purpose. It's just, I don't think I understood that maybe I shouldn't live here but for so long, or at least use kawaii fashion in that way of a tool for so long. It served its purpose. This isn't like a declaration to leaving kawaii fashion or anything like that, or kawaii lifestyle and J fashion. It's just that now I have to come out of hiding. I have to make myself a bit more relatable. And I mean, you just heard it. Little Imani is safe. And she needs to know she's safe. And one of the ways of knowing that she's safe, knowing that she's okay, knowing that the universe has in fact provided for us to make sure our success is on and popping, would literally be to come out of hiding, to actually practice doing the things. I think I said that in a blog post or maybe on Instagram. But one way to build confidence is to just do the things. You do the things and then you kaizen them, and you make little increments of adjustments that will make these things better going forward if they're truly going to be a part of your life. I have no idea how I got on that just now, but that's pretty much where I am. So I have to come out of hiding. I have to do the things. I have to stop hiding in plain sight. I do have kawaii boundaries, and I will put those shits up like a goddamn roadblock, and I don't care, because Big Imani and Lil Imani do have to in fact be safe. We do have a lot to give. We also feel and think deeply, and that's something to actually protect for a whole lot of reasons that should not happen in this particular episode. But just know that they're there. So knowing that feedback was a huge inspiration for examining this, I guess it's fair to say that I might be my own best kept secret. At the end of the day, we talked about, I think we mentioned something about me having superpowers in the first episode and exploring said superpowers in another episode. Maybe I said something about that, but either which way, I don't know my capabilities. I don't know me at 40 years old, a fucking magical girl to light. People say I'm an inspiration. I don't know what I do to do those things other than just do the things. I've literally been hiding for so long that I'm comfortable and complacent with hiding. I can't keep doing that. It's not fair. It's not fair to me. It's not fair to the rest of the world, because y'all need to know me. It's not fair to little Imani, because she's been hiding a lot for her own self-preservation, like literally since little. She just do the things, anything that would keep people, leaving her alone. And I don't mean people like friends and peers. I just fought those people. But adults, just to get them to leave me alone, get off my back type deal. I was the kid who just did the work so that you would just get off my back. I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to discuss things. I want to do my work, and I want to go home, and I want to be in my head and be by myself and in my own world. Thank you very much. That was Lil Imani. That's me a lot now. But also I have a lot more to explore, to live for. I understand the things that I want to offer, and I understand the things that have put me in hiding. And now it's time to practice I guess now that I understand those things, it's time to put forth a strategy, a process, or something in place where I can come out of hiding. I can live my best life. I can allow little Imani to grow up in the way that she wants to, in the world that she sees fit to grow up in, without adult hypocrisy or minimal adult hypocrisy, because I think it will come. And she can just be. I think that's what we both want, is to just be. Just be creative. Enjoy being creative. Enjoy being with friends. Enjoy just life in general. I think we just want to be. I think that's fair to say. So, in knowing that we just want to be, then I think part of my job is to make sure that we can do the things to just be. That's going to mean putting some things in place for business to grow and for us to be okay financially, because there are going to be some days when we're just literally going to want to just be. And that's okay. So there's that. I've already told you how just wearing J fashion helps me engage people on my terms. And I've told you, I think I've told you everything. I don't know. I'm drawing blanks. So I'm going to say that I've told you everything in terms of how I hide in plain sight and using kawaii fashion, kawaii lifestyle, and, J fashion in general to do those things, and how I need to come out of hiding. So a challenge to myself. Here it is. You ready? I have a talk coming soon, so what I'm doing is making sure that I show up for this podcast. In fact, not too long from this episode, I'll push publish on the first episode that I've actually done, so that way I can't hide. This vlog is my hiding spot, a legal hiding spot, not to hide forever, which is why it's a podcast, why it's a vlog for the most part. It's so that I can still talk about and explore these things, get uncomfortable, but in a comfortable way or manageable way for now. And then as I grow, as I accept certain things that I may or may not have talked about in real life and all of that good stuff, then I could bring some of those things to the forefront. Either way, I can't hide, because if I press publish on any of these episodes, then that means that the world gets to hear them whether I want them to or not, and they are just there. Part of that is something that I appreciate, and I do better under pressure. I'm what they call tag kid, gifted and talented program. So I do work better under pressure, and knowing that, then I apply pressure to myself so that way I can shine like a fucking diamond when I need to. So this is, me applying pressure and to keep this podcast going. So that's my challenge to myself, just to keep the podcast going. Honest and open, have talks, not overthink it, and just exist. Just enjoy sharing my journey, just checking in on myself. And hopefully if anything resonates, you guys want to give feedback or anything like that, please do. I'm not going to add on anything anytime soon other than, these talks. If you want to have something that is tangible for you, you want to be able to connect or anything like that, please feel free to visit me at ipukawaii.com. And you can also leave voice messages here, but you can also connect at ipukawaii.com. It is my blog. I hang out there. If you want to find me on Instagram, you can find me at ipukawaii. so that way we can connect, we can talk more. You can leave your thoughts. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. It's, those are my thoughts for today, guys, and I'm almost done with these books. So thank you for helping me get the job done, and also just listening to me think about my own self-improvement. I hope that you're considering your self-improvement and we can improve ourselves together, I guess.